please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Before we start, I am streaming here later. Hope you all join. Shall be fun after a 2-day gap. Today we're going to be taking a look at Lcal Live. Now, I can't in truth keep up with this, but I do understand some economics where every so often it needs to be rejuvenated, whether that be with newer people or by simply cycling out to reintroduce the previous hosts. And I'm sure many of you understand that. It's not something I'm overly fond of the idea of really though, but I do get it because of something called the law of diminishing returns. Lcal Live as a channel is doing really well, sitting on 92,000 subscribers, viewership per stream, a 2-hour stream averaging 23,000 views per episode. That's great really. I'm sure the super chats are flying and I'm pretty sure it still does well. The channel description is rather interesting. Boogie and Wings have been fixed, sort of. Keemstar stepped away to focus on the whole LCU and left the ship in the hands of Discord moderators. I don't know who they are. Alongside Boogie, they take Lcal into the future. Now that would imply Wings would be coming back. Now the most recent episode is them stepping into that realm, I guess. Do I think Wings will come back? Yeah. Do I think he'll be there long? No. Why? Because he's Wings. But it is lucrative for him to do that, so he probably should. But after the cancer thing of last year, or was it the year before? Doesn't matter. Where Boogie faked it, and this year where Wings struck his partner, it's hard to stay a fan or enjoy content where you now know it is cycle to drive up interest. So I don't pay attention to it as much as I used to. But watching clips of crash outs, even if they do feel a bit staged, is entertaining enough. And recently, Boogie was fired 4 days ago. Much like some of the commenters in the live chat and after the stream, the words quit, fired, banned have zero meaning within the Lcal universe these days. And we know when it comes to Boogie especially, this is not, would ever be something long term. Remove him, that is. It feels like WWE style kayfabe. You take them away for a while, rejuvenate them a little, have them crash out on social media in various places, make them do things that could appear humiliating, and then you bring them back in again, knowing that the interest is still in the product. Now the reason Boogie was removed stems all the way back to the cancer, fake cancer diagnosis that is, to the argumentative nature behind the scenes, questioning every decision of Keemstar, who basically runs the entire thing from the shadows, as it were. Add to that the monetary side of it. During one of these months on Lcal Live, Boogie made the most he's ever made on YouTube as a paycheck. When fake cancer story stuff happened, he was making 6k. That went up a considerable amount because of the popularity of Lcal Live, which then got even bigger on the expense side for Boogie. I believe 15,000 a month was what he was in requirement of, or he would risk being homeless. And I'm thinking, 15,000? Bitch, some people barely get by on 1,500. I'm sure you can manage the same. Then there was a build-up of what Keemers dubs an exit strategy, making up wild accusations about sexual harassment of Desi, his partner. Boogie also accused Keemstar of essentially blaming Desi, so Keemstar had to apologize, which is where we get to this relevant clip.
Well, since Desi has been behind all this, and not Boogie, definitely Desi. Desi, I have an apology for you. Here's my apology. Boogie's fired. He is no longer an employee of the Lcal universe. That's my apology.
As we know, these words mean nothing. No offense to Keem or anyone else, it's all part of the show, which means what happens next can be stretched out, which would include things like tryouts for the show, that is. There were, since then, 3 streams before the most recent, with Boogie being back being the last one. In those 3 streams, you have punishing the new interns, Boogie's on the thumbnail. Boogie interviews his replacement, Boogie obviously on the thumbnail, Boogie's community service as a garbage man, because yes, he's out again in a high-vis vest, picking up rubbish. Boogie does numbers, so there's no way Boogie gets rid of, or is gotten rid of. The show carries on with him as a part of it. And I want to show you some clips from those, as it tickled me to no end to see him crash out as hard as he has been.
Me and you had a conversation.
And
You
you
said,
lied! You must have
Can
lied!
I-
Yes, I did it my ass!
earlier today, me and you had a
And you
conversation.
must have lied! 'Cause he
Earlier
asked me about
today.
my ass!
Earlier today, me and you had a conversation. You asked me if you were gonna have to smash stuff, and I promised you you would not have to smash anything.
That's right, I fucked her!
Now this clip is shortly after Boogie had started smashing up a arcade machine that was behind him with an axe. Where he had the axe, I have no idea. Doesn't, for me, help when people accuse this show of being fake, that could be a possibility, that anyone would explore out of frustration. When I'm frustrated, my first thought isn't to go towards an allegedly $15,000 machine and shatter it. No, my first thought is there enough chocolate in the world to sate one's hunger? How many doubles of my favourite single malt am I going to require? Could I resolve this with a Pokemon battle? Not the cards, don't be stupid. I mean by taking actual Pokeball plushes and just launching at people's heads. In Boogie's case though, it just conveniently happens to be around the ballpark, cost-wise, allegedly, for what he claims his expenses are a month now.
I promised you that you wouldn't
And you
have to
lied!
break a single
You
thing.
lied!
I did
You
not
lied!
lie.
You
I did
lied!
not lie.
You lied!
I
You
did not
lied!
lie. I did not lie.
Liar!
I did not lie, and I
He
even
did this by
told,
himself.
I even told Rastov, do not make him break a single thing.
Yep.
Then why do I need a
Thank
man to cut my own fucking head off?
Fuck him.
There is a certain entertainment value that comes with watching this happen. There really is, and I won't deny I find it highly amusing. It doesn't make me want to watch the show more, I just want to see the crash outs, even if they are perceived as fake and or not. This was tweeted out by the Drama Alert Twitter account. They keep on top of a lot of things like this because the Twitter account pretty much just exists to farm for clicks, which is totally fine. In this case, it was a full 13-minute crash out. I don't know anyone that can sustain it that long without having to have at least a 3-minute nap in the middle of it. But damn, Boogie, he's got that stamina when it comes to being angry anyway. I hear that comes with the territory of being an old man. You swing the axe like a girl, though. Just thought I'd let you know.
Hell, bro.
He said that as a joke because he knew you didn't want to break stuff, and you did all this. You are self-sabotaging, you idiot. You're an idiot.
He's doing this to blame us.
I'm in the middle of a mental break.
I find it hard to believe that this is a mental health breakdown, and more inclined to believe this is somebody unwilling to see beyond their nose. You have a remarkable tunnel vision, and once you think you're right, you don't usually yield unless extreme pressure is applied. In your case, an axe to an arcade machine. Have you considered being less volatile, if you don't want to destroy your own possessions, that is? It's intriguing to me that these crash outs happen when there's never anyone nearby to stop you in person. It's a fascinating little detail that has cropped up before a couple times. Although, do you remember the last time you had a proper crash out that I'd watched? Your housemates cut the internet to save you.
Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you, dude. I think you need to calm down, and I think you need to clean that up.
Yeah.
All right?
I'm not cleaning up. I'll break more shit. Break more shit. I'll break more shit.
No.
We can't see you, first of all, just so you know, at all. We
I
can't
don't
even.
care. I don't care. Trust me when I tell you I'm breaking.
No, do not break anything.
You know you're paid far too much when you can take so much for granted under the guise of, but my mental health. I'm having a breakdown, yo. You take so much for granted, it makes it seem like it is nothing more than, rather than apparatus to play on, in the form of a console, just a piece of decoration in the background. Have you considered just getting a dog with a shock collar instead, Boogie? Or is that a line you're not willing to cross? Even though you are literally the madman with the axe. I keenly await your rendition of Here's Johnny, but instead Here's Boogie.
Yeah.
Anymore.
He was never.
Do
He
not
was. There
break
was
stuff.
nothing he was gonna break in this episode.
A
By the
little
way,
too
not a
late,
single thing.
sucker. A little
Begged
too
him
late.
not
A
to
little
break
too late.
anything.
Yeah, but nobody
A little too
told
late.
again. Not me, not Rastov. No,
You asked me if I needed an axe! I needed my axe! I have my axe!
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
bro.
well, Boogie, it was a troll that you would need your axe.
Yeah.
This feels like it should be on, like, terrestrial television, Lcal Days of Our Lives territory. When we're going to find out that Boogie has an evil twin, or that Boogie perhaps once was a doctor on a TV show called Drake Ramore.
You promised me.
I know I did. And nobody
Why
gave
did I
me
need my axe?
He's gonna blame this on Keemstar. He got this just to blame it on Keemstar.
Jesus.
Oh,
okay.
God.
This is bad.
There's no way. There's no way.
He was crying before we got on too, Keem. He's like gone crazy.
Well, either Boogie has gone crazy, which is always possible, unlikely but possible, or it's possible Boogie put a concerted amount of effort into this crash out, planned it ahead of time, knew exactly how he was going to get into character, and method acted his way through or towards the goal being this. It's hard to tell because once you fake cancer, it's easy to fake pretty much anything at this point. And I don't know who to trust because in this instance, Boogie has told far too many lies over the years, done far too much damage to himself and to others to be taken seriously even slightly. That's not to say it's impossible, it's just highly improbable.
Boogie, just stop. Everything's fine. Can you guys say nice things to him, please?
I told him I loved him.
I don't want to hear
And then
goddamn
he got
thing,
breaking
Boogie.
shit.
That's my mom! Motherfucker, it took my life! It took my livelihood! It took my job! It took my only means to take care of my woman! I don't care!
Jesus Christ.
Who took it from you?
Now, depending on the story, the one that Keemstar gave and Boogie's version of events that involves shouting, screaming and smashing, it's hard to tell who's telling the truth now, really, doesn't it? I guess it depends on what season we're supposed to be on and the script, whether or not they were there for the reading, to make sure all the facts line up.
Fuck what you have to say! I don't give a fuck what you are! I don't give a fuck! There's not a single goddamn nice thing you can say to me! You took my life! You took my life!
Who took your No one took your life, Boogie.
Yeah.
I don't have this job anymore, and I'm not even allowed to leave my house. I wanted to go see my home before I died. I wanted to go see my home. You wouldn't let me leave. You wouldn't let me leave. You wouldn't let me leave.
For those watching, do remember, if you've gotten this far, that Boogie got back on the show within one episode. He was there the entire time, always there. So if you can feel sympathy for Boogie in this instance, because there's a human element that we all resonate with, bury it, because Boogie's still there anyway. And at this point, it is not worth getting that invested over something that feels like it always plays out and recycles. I could expect there to be something else next year that will have Boogie crashing out like this, because it helps regenerate, rejuvenate, it keeps people on their toes, and it also keeps the show lively. The show needs that. It needs to be lively. If it's not, then it suffers in viewership, it suffers overall. And that was something that Keem had highlighted in the stream where he fired Boogie. He highlighted the fact that when Boogie did a show on his own, not because it's Boogie, but the show suffered because it needed other people. It was just a circumstance of unfortunate, basically. That's rubbishly spoken, isn't it? Poorly spoken. Series of unfortunate events, not Lemony Snicket. But you know what I mean.
You can still go
You
home.
wouldn't let me go. You wouldn't let me go.
He said
want
you
to
could
go.
go. Keem said
No,
you could go.
guys said I would be in my fucking studio. Well, I'm in it. I'm in it.
And-
I'm in it. I'm in it.
And then Keem said you
I'm
could
in my
go.
studio. I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm in it.
I'm going to go ahead and assume I don't need to play any more of that for you to get the context or any more information, as it were, concerning Boogie's crashing out. Whether legit or not doesn't really matter to me. What matters is he didn't hurt himself, which was fortunate because he was swinging an axe while sat on the floor, a donut. Whether it was a real breakdown or not, it's impossible to tell. And as is the case with Lcal Live, he's still there, he's still a part of it, and he still makes really good money from this. I guess if you think this is fake, you then start to question whether or not one's dignity has a price tag. If it's real, you then have to question whether one's dignity has a price tag. Because apparently, the answer to that is a resounding yes. But perhaps don't be so entitled, and, well, maybe the second year will be better. or 3rd? What year are we on now with this? Now, on Twitter, and I can't play the audio of it, but I'll have it play on the screen without it, Boogie got hired back to Lcal Live and was given, I think, a Slim Jim and some Mountain Dew in a glass while giving a beautiful Borka some fussings. Desi was in the clip as well. With everything we discuss on this channel, I would love to know what you think. It helps drive up engagement, so please do let me know in the comments down below. If I don't see you here later, Twitch, Rumble, Kick, I stream everywhere, it's great. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for listening.